The rookies are attending a block party as representatives of the precinct. Things are a bit awkward between John and Chen after their recent breakup. While looking around, John realizes one of the 3 kids he saw earlier is missing. He walks alongside a nearby house and spots the child in a pool. Without hesitation, he jumps in, pulls the boy out, and carries him to the street. Paramedic Antonio, who had just been flirting with Chen, steps in and performs CPR. Thankfully, the boy pulls through. Later, John wakes up in his apartment to an unexpected noise. He grabs his gun and heads to the kitchen, only to find it's just his friend and landlord, back early from a business trip. At work, Bradford announces it's time for the TO competition, a game where they score points for felony arrest. The sergeant, however, wants no part in it and tells them to keep it off his radar. John later learns that Talia isn't allowing them to take part in the contest. Meanwhile, Bradford charms the dispatcher, gifting her a book as a subtle bribe to get priority call. Angela and Jackson respond to a call involving an elderly man who left the hospital before being officially discharged. When they arrive at his home, he insists he's fine and just wanted to be back in his own space. Angela suspects he's not being truthful. They check around the back and peek through his French doors. Inside, they see he's hoarding opioids stolen from the hospital. They knock on the door again, and he admits it's tough trying to survive on a fixed income. John is frustrated and eager to join the Roundup game. He spots a familiar felon and moves in to make the arrest. But things take a turn when both he and the suspect tumble off the side of a building. Fortunately, they land on an air mattress. Talia is not pleased. Later, John and Talia respond to a noise complaint. They find an older man with 2 women they assume are escorts. Spotting a gun on the table, they decide to take him into custody. Meanwhile, Bradford and Chen respond to another call involving a man under the influence. He's hit a child, crashed into a fence, and ended up impaled in the driver's seat. He's conscious and able to speak. Paramedics arrive and safely extract him from the wreck. As soon as he's out, Bradford places him under arrest. Back at the station, John grows suspicious when a lawyer unexpectedly shows up for Peter, the man caught carrying a weapon without a permit. Peter appears uneasy, almost like he doesn't want to be released. During lunch, the tension between Chen and John is still obvious. Chen mentions that Antonio reached out to her. John doesn't say anything, but the news clearly bothers him. Later, dispatch sends Chen and Bradford to assist with the situation. They arrive at the scene of an armed robbery where the suspects have locked themselves inside an armored Brinks truck. Bradford quickly smokes them out. That earns them 14 more points, and Bradford couldn't be happier. John and Talia get word that Peter is actually a mobster. Later, they respond to a call and find a young mother with her toddler at a shelter. There are no beds available, and the mother is clearly upset. They try to locate a spot for her at another shelter, but come up empty. Talia tells John this is exactly why she doesn't play the points game, because this job isn't a game. Dispatch sends Talia and John to investigate a possible home intruder. John realizes it's Peter's house, but then dispatch cancels, saying it was a false alarm, just a raccoon. John isn't convinced. They go to the house anyway. Bradford and Chen arrive as well. Together, they enter the property and discover a maid's body out back. Inside, they find Peter and his wife tied up and being beaten on the couch. The team quickly steps in and takes down the attacker. In the locker room, Talia, Angela, and Chen talk. It turns out that every year, Talia and Angela secretly help Bradford win the Roundup game. He used to play back when his wife was sober and still on the force. For him, it's a way to feel close to her, and they don't want to take that away. Later, Bradford takes the dispatcher out for a drink to thank her. He admits he's married, but things are complicated. She quietly gets up and walks out. Chen later tells John that she turned Antonio down. She told him she couldn't go out with him. She broke up with John to focus on her career. John apologizes and says he feels like a fool